Hi everybody, I hope everybody's good. It's Natalie. I wanted to go over the Enterprise Rental program. I'm sure you've seen videos about it. I am going to go over a couple things that you guys have not heard, maybe you don't know, and hopefully it'll be beneficial to you guys. I'm not here to tell you, what you should do, what you need to do, what's best for you and your business. I'm not here to tell you that. I'm here to lay out some information, show you what I've done, what works for me, what doesn't work for me, and to just kind of track my own experience with this. So I wanted to give you guys some information. And hopefully, it'll help you. Hopefully, it'll be beneficial to you, and you guys can make a better or a more educated decision for your business or for yourself. So that's where I'm coming from with all of my videos, not just this one. So hopefully, it's beneficial to you guys. So let's talk about the Enterprise program. It's a fantastic program. That's just my experience. I'm not like getting paid from Enterprise or anything like that to say that. These are just this is my opinion. So the only Enterprise that I know of across the country that is doing this program, this rental or long-term rental program, is based in Mishawaka, Indiana. Okay, you guys know I'm on the West Coast. Mishawaka is 2,200 miles from me. So, but they are the only enterprise, so far as I know, that is doing this program. The reason why it is the only enterprise that is doing this program is because primarily this program was started for RV transport, and Indiana is very close to the manufacturers of the RVs that they established this program for to be transported, as well as the truck manufacturers are very close to this enterprise in Indiana. So the woman who heads this program, her name is Faye. She's absolutely wonderful. I've worked with her for about the last 9 months, and absolutely wonderful. She's on top of her shit. She takes care of things. She is very knowledgeable. She gets right back to you. She is very pleasant to deal with, which always makes things go smoothly, I think. So she's absolutely wonderful, and she's, like I said, very knowledgeable. And if you guys want more information, I encourage you to look this enterprise up, give her a call, and pick her brain and see if this is something that you want to do. So a couple of basics. Number one, what I was told when I started this enterprise rental was it was going to cost $3,700 down. There is no credit check, but $3,700 down. So 700 of those dollars are non-refundable. So that means that is the cost of doing business with Enterprise, is $700 off the bat, off the top, I should say. It's theirs. It's theirs. That's the cost of doing business with them. So for me, it was no problem. The reasons why, a little background information really quick. The reason why I chose to go with Enterprise, you guys know, I did get my CDL. I did not want to go and drop $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 on a 1-ton truck and then realize that I was not generating enough revenue. Realize that I was not making enough money with the size and type of equipment that I chose. So I didn't want to go out and buy a new truck and then realize it's not working out. So I went ahead and chose Enterprise mainly for that reason. And then secondly, I chose Enterprise because I am not a mechanic. Okay, you guys note this. I'm not a mechanic. I really, really liked the idea of always being in a new truck and not having any downtime. When you're in a used truck or an older truck, when you breakdown, number one, you're probably in another state. You're not 5 miles from home. You're not 100 miles from home. You are somewhere in BFE, God knows where, and you're broke down on the side of the road. So you've got towing, then you've got, unknown mechanics, and on top of that, you've got downtime. So not only are you spending money to fix a truck with mechanics that you're not familiar with, that you're just praying and you got your fingers crossed that it's going to work out, but you're also in a hotel, not running. Trailer may be loaded, not loaded, maybe have issues with that as well. And I just didn't want to deal with any of that being brand new. It was more important for me to learn the process, get good at the driving, the parking, the running of the business, as well as the driving. It was more important for me to focus on that stuff and not have any doubt in my mind that I was going to have any type of mechanical or breakdown issues. So those are the two main reasons why I chose to go with Enterprise right out of the gate. So it is 22 cents a mile. It is a 5,000 mile minimum to be in this program. So 22 cents a mile times 5,000 miles is $1,100 per month. So that is your base number that it's going to cost you. Okay. A couple pros, which I think are pros are, number one, like I touched on it. If you do have bad credit, they don't do any type of credit check. So if you wanted to go and get a brand new truck and you were denied because you don't have the credit for that, you can still continue this journey and you can go through Enterprise if you've got a little bit of, that, like I said, that $3,700 down to start you off. And another pro, which I also touched on, was you're always in a brand new truck. I mean, how great is that, right? You don't have to worry about additional maintenance. You don't have to worry about breakdowns. You don't have to worry about downtime. You take your time off when you want to take it off, not because the truck is broken. So that's really nice. Another big plus, in my opinion, is Enterprise has their own insurance company. Okay, so if you do not want to put the truck, the comp and collision on this vehicle, on this truck, on your commercial insurance, you can opt to go through Enterprise's insurance, okay? And then they'll charge you based on what you want your deductible to be. Why is that a plus, you ask? That is a plus because if anything happens to this truck and you have put this truck on your commercial insurance and you get in an accident, say your bobtail, no truck, no trailer, no load, your bobtail, whatever, and somebody hits you from behind or you hit somebody else from behind, the claim is not going to go on your commercial insurance. And as a new venture, as a new business with new commercial insurance, you want to stay away from claims at any cost on your commercial insurance. So if you can go through Enterprise and use their insurance, it may cost more, it may cost less. I think it's quite fair what they were asking for their insurance. And you go through them, and if you have an issue with the truck and you have to have a claim, it's separate from your business. Enterprise is going to take care of it through their insurance and directly with you. Your commercial insurance doesn't have anything to do with it. So that is a huge plus. As a new venture, as a new business, we don't want to have any claims. And by using their insurance, it even farther minimizes that possibility. So that's really nice. Another thing, you are signing up for 60,000 miles, but you can return it at will. You know, if this is not working out for you, you thought it was going to be something that it's totally not, and you want to return it at 30,000 miles, you can do that. You can't do that if, you know, you went and leased a truck, or purchased a truck, and you just like, changed my mind, sorry, just kidding. No, there will be repercussions, you know, if you go a different route and then change your mind. Okay, so another thing that you probably have not heard of yet is Enterprise will offer, if you would like to purchase that truck that you've been renting, right, after your 60,000 miles is up, if you want to purchase that truck, they will give you a 10% discount on the purchase price of that truck. I have looked into this. It is, it's a good deal. You know, I was offered a good deal for my truck if I wanted to keep it. It was the asking price was under NADA, and then they gave me 10% off of that. So it was a good deal, you know. And I already went and drove this truck for the first 60,000 miles. I know that I did the oil changes. I know that, you know, how I treated the truck. If anybody was going to buy a used vehicle, even though it's just 60,000 miles, still a used vehicle, if anybody was going to go and buy a used vehicle, I'm sure everybody would agree that if you were the one who put those 60,000 miles on it, then you would probably feel more comfortable than just going to any used lot and picking one out of a bunch of them, you know. So I like that as well. That's something that maybe you guys don't know about this program. I'm a firm believer in showing you guys in black and white, you know. So for that reason, you're going to see up here, I'm not sure yet, you're going to see my receipts, my monthly receipts, and they're just going to kind of be on a roll from August all the way until February. So you're going to see my actual receipts up here, and you're going to see how many miles I was charged for and what the additional charges were for. Obviously, I whited out, you know, personal information, but that you are going to see the actual receipts from Enterprise for this rental. Okay, I average 7,000 miles, you know, a month, so you're going to see those miles, and you're going to see how much it cost me. You know, I did go through Enterprise for the insurance. So that cost me $225 a month, which fine, you know. And then something that you guys probably also have not heard, but you're seeing up here on my receipts is Enterprise is going to charge you tax. Indiana state tax is 7%. So I was charged 7% tax every month on whatever my total was, right? So probably something you didn't know. And then you guys know me, I am on the West Coast, so what I had to do was I actually flew out to Mishawaka, Indiana, flew out, picked up the truck, and drove it 2,200 miles back. So if you're not close, and now that I need to return this truck, I need to drive it another 2,200 miles back to Indiana. You cannot return it to any Enterprise. I wish it was that way, but you have to take it back to them. So if you're not in that area, it may be a little costly. And of course, yes, you're going to get charged the 22 cents a mile for all those miles. And it's also the time, you know, and you know, the fuel and everything else that's involved with doing that. So just wanted to let you guys know, you know, so just really basically going over my numbers. I started with Enterprise in July, and it's now March. The truck has over 60,000 miles on it, and it's got to go back. So the insurance on those months was like $1,600. Okay. The mileage charges for the actual miles that I ran was 12,300. Okay. And then I was charged a little over $1,000 in tax overall for this entire rental. So all in all, we're talking about $15,000 that it cost me from July to, well, actually these numbers are from July to February, so I didn't add March in here, but so $15,000. And you guys have to make your own decisions. Maybe you're in a similar boat that I wasn't sure if Hotshot was the way to go. Then this is a great program. But as you're looking at my receipts, there are months that I spent almost $3,000 just to have the truck. And when you are looking at the bottom line, a $3,000 truck payment, a $2,800 truck payment is huge. It's a lot of money. Those were that right off the top. I can't pay myself. I can't pay anything until that truck payment is paid, and until my insurance is paid, until the fuel is paid. So I have to pay all these other people just to conduct business as a transport company before I can pay myself. So when you're looking at this program as opposed to purchasing a truck, the monthly cost is a lot higher through Enterprise as opposed to if I went to Ford or Ram and wanted to purchase a $60,000-$70,000 truck. The payment will most likely be around $1,000, right, after everything. So you're looking at a payment that's more than double to almost triple what the purchase would be. Those are things that you guys will have to weigh out for yourselves. $1,000 payment, and if I'm used to paying Enterprise $2,800, that's $1,800 that I can be putting into my bank. That increases my bottom line, and then that also leaves plenty of money for me to put aside for that $350 oil change, or that those tires, that new set of 6 tires that the truck is going to need in 60,000-70,000 miles. And so I'm already used to paying Enterprise a pretty large sum of money per month, right? You guys are seeing these receipts. But now that has kind of trained me into paying that much, and I'm still able to make a living, pay myself, pay my bills, set aside for maintenance on the trailer and my IFTA and all that other stuff. I'm still able to do all of that with making this Enterprise payment. So for me, I'm just going to continue that. If my truck payment is X, I'm just going to set aside whatever was my average that I was paying Enterprise, so that when I do need stuff, right, for the truck, or brakes and alignment and oil changes and flushes and all that stuff, when you do need that stuff, you're already trained to put that money aside. So hopefully this helps you guys. A couple things you didn't know. You're going to pay tax. Another thing, you're going to pay, I have apportion plates. You guys, I pay into IFTA, so I have apportion plates. So I pay for my own apportion plates, but still Enterprise is charging me for their plates. I'm not sure why. It's only $6 a month, or like right about that. So I never really questioned it because it's not a big deal for me. But you are going to be paying those as well, regardless of whether you're using their plates or not. and you're going to be charged state tax. You know, I didn't know that. I wasn't even told that by Enterprise. I don't know if maybe they just assumed that I knew that. I did not. So that's, you know, a couple $100 every month that I pay that I was not expecting to pay. And then they do have a purchase program at the end of the 60,000. You know, if you guys want to purchase after you're done renting, you love the truck, it's worked out, you know, everything's great, and you want to purchase it rather than renting again. And then there is that, you know, $3,700 down, 700 is non-refundable, and they're going to work with you, and they're great office out there. You know, they're going to work with you, and they're easy to work with. So that is all I have for now, and hopefully that helps you guys a little bit more in making whatever decision that you wherever you're at right now, whatever decision you guys have to make.